Hey y'all. All right. So listen, this short bug out video is not short. So if you want to get to the actual contents of my kid's bag for bug out children's bug out bags, go right about the 17-minute mark ish. If you want to talk philosophy on how and why this bag looks the way that it does, just keep watching. But if you got better things to do, if you're in a hurry, you're super important, just skip around 17 minutes or so. So, yeah, that's it. Okay, bye. Hello, peeps. There's something walking in the wood next to me. I don't know what it is. It might be my second lieutenant, Harlan, who is fresh back from a trip to the Army-Navy store. And, yeah, he's got his cover and his uniform all the way down to his boots. And unissued woodland camo LBV for $10, which is a pretty good steal. Yeah. And some guy named Dean used to have your hat.
Yeah.
Or now you have his hat or something.
Yeah.
And you got a rifle as well. Yes.
With a TMP sticker on it.
With a TMP sticker on it, yes, the 22. Alright, so you know what we're going to talk about this morning? We're going to talk about two things. One is kids' bug out bags, because Miss Samantha had a question about kids' bug out bags. So we're going to answer that. And I'll probably, once we get back to Texas, do a teardown of the kids' bug out bags. You have a bug out bag, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you remember what all's in it?
No.
No. Okay, I do.
There's too much stuff.
There's too much stuff. Okay. So we're going to go over an overview of what should be Dr. Pepper.
No, that I can remember.
Oh, that you can remember. There's no Dr. Pepper in your bug out bag. So we're going to go over an overview of what should be in a kid's bug out bag. And we're going to talk about this little, what used to be a pasture that we're standing in, that needs to become a pasture again. So we are going to get some goats. How many goats? Like 150? What do you think? What's a good number of goats to have?
For 21 acres?
No, for this little piece right here.
So yes.
150?
Yeah.
150 goats?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to get 150 goats and put them on this little, probably half acre. No, we're not going to get 150 goats. Probably 4 goats. Goats, they like teamwork. They make their own little clans. But this stuff is just full of briars and brambles, and yeah, you can see it gets pretty thick over there. But it is all fenced, and right back there is the back of the little barn. And yeah, there's 4-strand barbed wire run right through there. I don't know if you guys can see it, and it runs back to that tree as a corner, and then it runs downhill down back there. Oh, gesundheit. You okay, son? Don't die. Don't die.
I don't die.
Are you the winter soldier? Maybe.
Maybe because it's kind of.
Maybe.
It feels like winter.
Do you remember what the temperature is this morning? Do you know?
40 something.
Negative.
32.
32.
Yes.
With a wind chill of?
I don't remember the wind chill. I remember the wind speed.
What's the wind speed?
15.
15. That's correct. So the wind chill, the feels like, is about 28 right now. But you're super tough, right?
Yeah.
We're super tough. So, yeah, so it is. You are the winter soldier. Okay. These are called walk and talks, where we don't really talk about anything. We kind of talk about stuff. It's called bird walking. You just kind of walk from one subject to the next. Okay? So when you become a YouTube star, when you get your own 70 subscribers, woot, right? Yeah, we're up to 70, by the way. Good job. Keep it up. Anyway, okay, so this piece of little land right here, we need to get some goats to put on this piece of land to eat up all the underbrush and briars and brambles and thorns and poison oak and all that stuff, and kind of reclaim it. So there's that. So I need y'all to tell me your goat suggestions. Probably not for milking at first, and probably not any billy goats at first, because they stink and they are so big. They like girl goats so bigly that they smell terrible. Yeah. You ever met a billy goat?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At the farm store in Texas.
At the farm, that's right. Yeah, they stink. So anyway, probably more along the lines of meat goats to start with, and then if we want to get into, milking goats, dairy goats down the road, we can. But what I need is some four-legged brush mowers right now. So y'all are going to tell me what you think is the best breed to do that. And obviously, goats are pretty hardy. I think prior to 2008, they were the entire national trash collection system for the state of Iraq.
I just have one question.
Shoot.
Will you guys put climbing gear on them for them to put it up high?
Put climbing gear on them?
Yeah.
No, they will stand on their back legs. Then they'll walk up the tree and eat as high as they can eat. And then with the poison oak and stuff, if you kill it, if you cut it at the base, then it'll die up the rest of the tree.
It's like there's poison oak in that tree.
Yeah. Yeah, there is. Okay, so that's goats. Then what was the other thing we were going to talk about? Kids' bug out bags. Okay, let's see if we can walk and talk at the same time through this.
A walk and talk and a walk and talk.
A real walk and talk. Okay. Kids' bug out bags. I've said in previous videos about Bob's bug out bags that your rucksack should be no more than 20% of your body weight. So it should be no more than 20% of your kids' body weights. So that's the first thing to bear in mind. If your kid weighs 50 pounds, you're talking a 10-pound pack. Now, that is a little bit of a challenge. You're going to really have to get into size and weight constraints. Really have to pay attention to the weight. So the first thing that goes into any kid's bug out bag is water. Again, I like the 1 liter smart water bottles because of how well they interface with the Sawyer Mini. Where is you, boy?
Behind here getting slapped by trees.
You getting slapped by trees?
Yeah.
Did you slap the tree back? No? Okay. My ears is cold. Alright, so
Why don't you put on one of your hoodies?
one of my hoods?
Yeah.
Because I'm tough. That's why. Alright, so 1 liter smart water bottle. Stick it in there. That's going to be 2 pounds. Now,
Again, we're at the same spot.
we're at the same spot. Yeah, this little trail here runs that way, then runs that way.
We're in a circle.
We didn't go in a circle. We made a fishhook shape, and we're going back out the way we came in.
Oh.
Okay. So 1 liter smart water bottle. Then we're going to add a Sawyer Mini in for 20 bucks. Your total investment so far beside the bag is going to be under $25. Why the Sawyer Mini? Go watch the Sawyer Mini, or go watch the Life Straw Equals Death video, and that will explain my viewpoint on that. Okay, so now you got a container and you got some water. The next thing that I pack for kids is snacks. I don't make them carry all of their own calories because the size and weight constraints equation, SAWC, if you're unfamiliar with that term, start watching a lot of Nut and Fancy. But I don't make my kids carry 100% of their calories because they can't. So they carry snacks, what I like to call incidental calories, right? Something that they can just reach in a pocket and eat while moving if need be. So throw some snacks in there. Whatever your kids like to eat. You know, now is not going to be the time to try and get them to like kimchi, okay? If they like Honey Nut Cheerios, put Honey Nut Cheerios in there. If they like, you know, whatever, Welch's fruit snacks, put Welch's fruit snacks in there. Just calories, okay? I know, but the high fructose corn syrup, whatever, dude. You're bugging out. Who cares? See this area? See that, son? That's a bed down area. That's where deer were sleeping last night.
Yeah.
See this? See all that tall grass knocked down?
Yeah.
That's where deer were sleeping. Okay, so water, calories. The next thing that I put in a kid's bug out bag is a blanket or a sleeping bag. Depending on who you are, what you're doing, what your methodology of bugging out is, and where you're going and how far away it is, you need to think more along the lines of, is this blanket going to be a comfort item, or is it going to be a sustainment item for keeping little people like this from turning into kidsicles? Are you frozen right now?
No.
Is it cold right now?
A little.
Oh, a lil. Yeah, it is a lil cold. Okay, so
Well, the word starts with L.
little, yeah, okay. A lot cold. So, yes, a blanket or a sleeping bag, like a little mummy bags. They have it. You can get some mummy bags at Walmart, I think, that are rated down to 30 degrees. They're like $20. Kid style mummy bags. And yeah, they're synthetic fill, not down, but they're kid sleeping bags. I don't know if you've noticed about kids, but they just keep growing. So if you spend $100 on a kid's sleeping bag, unless you're planning on having more, which, have fun, you're never going to use that thing again. You're going to sell it on your local Facebook garage sale site for $6 and you paid $100 for it. So nothing wrong with the $20 bag. So food, water, cover, right? So we got our calories, our container. Depending on the age of your kids and their training, this kid has like, how many knives do you own now? 110 bazillion?
No.
Pretty much.
Not including the,
Speak up so they can hear you.
not including the multi-tool you gave me.
Uh-huh.
I think so I have.
Speak up.
I have,
Take a guess. 8? About 8?
9 or 10.
9 or 10. Okay. So this one kid of mine has 9 or 10 knives. We may or may not be into collecting things like that. So he knows how to use a knife, and he has enough training that he's allowed to use a knife without supervision because he can be trusted with them. So in his pack, even though like right now I would bet you $100 there's at least 3 knives on his person.
Actually there's 5.
5? Like I said, at least 3 knives. There's a knife in his bug out bag. I think yours is a Mora. No.
It's the big knife with the flint steel on it.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So yeah, he's got a fixed blade survival knife with a ferro rod on it as well. That's in his bag. Okay. So cutting tool. And then combustion, he has a combustion kit, a little fire kit in there as well, which for my kids is really just redundancy for adults. But you have a lighter on you right now, don't you?
Yeah.
You little pyromaniac. So he also knows how to use a lighter and build a fire, and he's had training in that. And yes.
Have you told them about the where we did my $2 flashlight versus your $15 flashlight?
No, I haven't. We're gonna do a video on that later, maybe. Anyway, so he has a combustion kit, and there's a little flashlight in there. So he has cover, container, cutting tool, combustion, and I put 100 foot of paracord in each one of their bags for cordage, right? And then I have incidentals. So that's like, we're getting to the like close to 8 pounds of stuff. not including the bag, which realistically speaking, you're about 9-10 pounds right now, just with a liter of water, some incidental calories, and just a few things, you know, a blanket or a sleeping bag. Now, if you have little kids, like little kids, put some stuffed animals in there, put some diapers and wipes in there, whatever you're gonna need. I do believe that your kids should carry as much of their own stuff as possible, because it makes them make choices. How important is this to you? Like, if the world ends, do you want to hump your Xbox around on your back for the end of your days? No. Okay. So, what's more important, water or an Xbox?
Water.
Okay. So, other than that, you put whatever else in your kids' bug out bags you want. That would be like things that they like to play with, things to keep them entertained, some toys, some comfort items. This way, son. That's it. I also think for a baby, if you have babies in the house, it's a good idea to get a 5-gallon pail and fill it full of formula, diapers, bottles, sippy cups, you know, changing pad, butt cream, whatever that stuff is you give to babies when they get gassy, a little bit of liquid Tylenol, you know, all the incidental stuff you need for a baby. Put it in a bucket, market the baby bucket, and you can pick that thing up and go, or strap it to somebody else's pack. So you could also get a smaller Molly pouch or Molly pack or whatever, and stick that to your larger rucksack. So that's my thoughts on kids' bug out bags. What up?
That's the hole right there.
Yeah, that's a hole, all right. Drop a grenade in it and run, okay?
I don't have any.
You don't have any grenades.
No,
Oh,
all I
gosh.
have is this calculator. Flashlight, lighter, knife.
These two LTs walking around with no grenades. All right. Anyway, goats, kids' bug out bags, walking through the woods. Talk to y'all later. Bye. All right, we're going to tack this on to the end of the last video just as quickly as we can. Kids bug out bags. So this is boy kid's bag. This is just a rolled fleece blanket. I mean, there's my hand. That gives you an idea of the scale of this. Okay, I have large hands, but not size large. They're big. But what would you expect from a grizzly bear? Anyway, this thing is, you know, about yay big by yay big. Fleece blanket. That's the cover portion of it. Do I want him betting his life on that? No. This is a comfort item. Also, bear in mind, we are our area of operations is North Texas into Central Oklahoma. It gets cold here, but it doesn't get deadly cold here, and it's springtime. So we got spring, summer, fall. This is his loadout for comfort / cover. Okay. So if he had to bug out, this is the pack I would hand him. We talked earlier about 20% of your body weight. He's about 85 pounds or so. That'd be 17 pounds. This bag is right in there, okay? So that's the cover portion. That's outside. It's got a shock cord holding it to it. This bag came from Walmart. I don't remember who makes it. Coleman. It's a Coleman bag. I sent my wife, my wife was at Walmart and many years ago, and she said, "Hey, is there anything I should get?" I said, "If they have any bags, like cheap bags, decent but cheap bags, grab them." Well, she's awesome, and they had a bunch of bags on clearance, and she bought 17 bags of varying size from 15 liters to 50 liters for, I think, $30-something, because they're all on clearance. So we have lots of bags, and we set those bags up accordingly. So this is boy kid's bag. Cover on the outside. This little pocket right here, we have LED flashlight. Just a little
I don't even know what, Castnu, I don't know. I would bet money that's Chinese. Doesn't matter, gets the job done, especially for a 9-year-old's bug out bag. Chapstick, tacticallips.com, and a lighter. And let's see, another lighter, because 2 is 1, 1 is none. We got some water, water drops, and some more water drops, and a little tiny folding knife. Okay, that's the outside pocket. I'm gonna put all that back in there right quick so I don't have to mess with it later. You're welcome for the excellent cinematography. Let's go ahead and get this done. We're not gonna lollygag. This is for words. This is for you, Samantha, my friend with the bear gifts. You asked, and ye shall receive. Okay. This bag had a bladder in it, and right here would be where the hose would come out. This is like just ripstop nylon. You guys can see that. Decent pulls. I bet you they don't make this bag anymore. Doesn't matter. I took the bladder out of it. Okay. Sawyer Mini. Imagine that. Sawyer Mini. Piece of cheesecloth for filtering large debris. Squeeze bag. The straw, which is why we on life straws, backwash, syringe, the whole 9. And if you absolutely had to, oh look, a gallon Ziploc bag that has myriad uses in an SHTF situation. Incidental calories. Granola bars, peanuts, fruit snacks. Basically, sugar and protein and basic carbohydrates, like Insta Energy. Okay? A little Chef Boyardee with the pop top. See that? So that you're not trying to hunt down a can opener. 2 of them. Okay? This right here, rationed, will get my boy kid through a day. Okay? And then we have 2 smart water bottles. Those are liter bottles. Again, for scale. Here's my hand. There's a liter bottle. So, and then in this pocket in the back where the bladder would sit, there's 55-gallon drum liners, which can be made into a temporary shelter or used as a pack cover or whatever if needed. Is it super high speed? No. Is it better than being soaking wet? Yes. That ain't gonna go in there with one hand. Okay, then this intermediate compartment, more calories. Okay, so some more granola bars. A little bit of a fire kit. Okay, so another lighter, some tea light candles, and some tinder. Not swipe left, swipe right, you know, just some tinder. And again, most of this is like incidentals and redundancy for adults. Okay, so what do we have here? Get some pens, pencils, all that. This is the Gerber Bear Grylls knife, which I'm not a huge Bear Grylls fan. However, this knife is pretty dang good. My wife got this for me for Christmas several years ago, and it's now been incorporated, obviously, into part of the boy kids Bug Out Loadout. Steel bottle. Look at that. $1. Okay, you can buy these for 20 bucks. I don't even know what this is. Sig, and not like Sig Sauer. But you can find these at like the dollar store, or not dollar store, but Goodwill stores or whatever. Occasionally my wife drags me in there, and this is the stuff I look for when I'm there. High value stuff. $1 for this is worth it. Okay, so he's got a water bottle. He could purify water in that if he needs to. He could boil water in that if he needs to. He can carry it. Do all kinds of stuff with that. So, pair of gloves. I don't know what else is in here. Felt like a pack of matches. What is that? Huh. He's been in here. He loves flashlights. Okay, a flashlight that doesn't work, another flashlight that doesn't work, and a pencil, and a single solitary battery that looks like it's about to blow up. That's cool. Distended on the side. Way to go, boy, kid. And, but I mean, frankly, I'd rather him play with it than not play with it. Some paracord, commercial paracord, whatever. Commercial paracord. Is it as good as military? No, but there's 50 foot of paracord that you didn't have before, that your kid is carrying around that you don't have to carry around. And let's see what's in here. I feel a single AA battery. That's cool. And another AA battery. Hear that? That's back when I used to actually dip tobacco. Skull something. And anyway, this is 22 rounds. You get about, I think it's about 50 rounds will fit in a snuff can. And then obviously I've taped up the side with electrical tape. So, that's what's in that boy's bug out bag. That's all of it. And we achieved our goal of not being quick or efficient. So, yeah, we got another long video. So, that's what my 9-year-old carries. My 11-year-old's bag is very similar. And yeah, I'll tack this on to the video at the end. So, later, y'all.